with green tea this time. That feels nice. It feels nice. Good morning, y'all. Hope you're having a lovely Monday, or wherever it is. I think it's probably Monday for a lot of folks here. Either way, this is probably gonna be one of the shortest kit reviews on stream that have ever occurred, because it's literally just one ego. But I mean, it's gonna be a good one. This is Zayn, I'm excited for it. It's a decent enough Monday. Hey, TQ, I saw you join the Discord. It's good to have you, man. Hope you're doing well, too. Happy Monday. Yeah. Hello, Exley. Hello, Cheese. Hello, Ravens. The kit is 3 pages long. Is that counting or not counting the summary? Because I think because we've got a new view for those now, and it might very well count. I decided to show because reasons? I see. All the scissors must be middle upscale. It does feel like it, right? It feels like Project Moon knows what they're doing. I mean, they did play the middle music. Why not? Okay. Oh, wow, it's actually here already. Okay, I already prepared the announcement in Discord. I don't really feel a need to do anything on Twitter or Blue Sky, so we'll just run with it. The kit's already here. It's like a 45-minute job in and out. See you soon. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm kind of lost. Is this on an ego or an identity? This is an ego. This is specifically an ego. And I can pull that sucker up. Let's see. By the way, once we are done looking at the ego... Wait, is it 1 page long? Oh, this shit is tiny. Oh, this shit is tiny. Oh, this is gonna be so funny. I actually have half a mind to just review it for a very short amount of time and then leave for like a 20-minute stream. Or I could do the opposite and I could force myself to talk about it for a while. None of which are like, would be done either, are normal for either stream, but it's just like, that would be really funny for this one. Either way, I'm getting the image up so that we don't have to use Twitter. Let me now get the window capture. Summary, it's good, done, end stream. Basically. But let's see, let's find out. Window capture, properties. Let's get this sucker. Hello, Donkle. Yeah, that does it. Just zoom out a little. Yes, that we can do. Let's just crop this a bit more because you cannot see shite. Okay. Get this down. Get this over here. And actually zoom out a little bit because you still can't see. Well, no. We can still keep it regularly zoomed in. Crop this. There we go. It's such a strange new world we live in where the ID pic looks like this. Or I guess the ego pic, rather, you know? Oh well. I'll just put this near the bottom. That should work. Nope. There it is. And then this, put this down here where it's not in the way of anyone. All right. Hey, Kirby-Yosh. Good to see you, mate. Thank you. Not sure if this is going to be correct. I'm guessing it's going to be Healing One like Otis. We can find that out really soon. I'm just going to skip right over to... Ooh, you know what? Now that I'm zoomed in, I kind of want to shrink this so that's easier to see more of. There we go. 'Tis thy turn to swallow the needle. Is that a book reference? Don't be hell if it's a book reference. This'll do. I think this works. This works because I can just like zoom in and scroll down for other deeds. Yeah, this'll do. This will surely break the meta. It'll break the Dawn meta at the very least, because any new Zayn means that we get new resistances by default. Which eco version be still be preferable to be inflicted by. This one you at least have to swallow a needle. Alright, let's see. This is the entire ego. It's very refreshing. Project Moon really did need to buy more time, huh? Okay. Well, let's get up the notepad. It's still worth understanding what all to do with it. Let's see. Notepad. Bingo. Alright, so. This is an Awakening Zayin with 1 UB / style. Alright, all Envy Middle Dawn? Wait, can you go all Envy? Oh my god, you can! Wait, all 4 of our stages do have Envy, you're so right. Alright, Awakening Zayin, number 1. We don't know exactly what it's gonna cost. We know that Otis's own I'll Go for Scissors, How About You cost, what was it? 3 Envy, 1 Lust? So this one, I mean, it's gonna be Envy. If I had to guess, Envy and either Pride or was it Wrath on Middle Dawn? Whichever skills Middle Dawn has, yeah. Either way. Let's see, on attack end. Actually, yeah, that's all we got. Attack end after Clash win. It's a healing ego. All right, heal X% HP and YSP each for Z plus Envy Resin. Okay, so it's Envy Resin, big shocker there. Plus Envy Resin divided by W allies. Sure. Okay, so you got a healer. I think alongside Otis and Rodion, that's like 3 Zayin healing egos now? Am I missing others? Oh, that is some good tea. Oh, okay. I mean, it's thematic she's envious of her past life? Maybe. In a way, she has 2 past lives, though, as well. Because she has the life that she had that we never really saw that was before, you know, blood fiending it. Anyway, Clash Lose effect. This is one we'll want to keep watch for because of the ID's gimmick, or the Abno's gimmick. Gain Envy Resin times X shield. Yeah, this is fine. Times X shield. And then also in Clash Lose, there it is. Deal more damage to the main target. So, first off, we know that this is going to have more than 1 attack weight. I'd imagine it probably gets 2, because a lot of Zayin really only stick with that. I'm gonna say likely 2 attack weight by default. Imagine the heavy from TF2 joining the middle. Based on what I've seen in the comics, I could believe it. Brother's a huge family man. Envy is pretending to be doing something not much like Dawn. Yeah, I can see that. Be close to using alt steal and Clash Lose like the Abno fight, but a cool eagle either way. It depends on how much damage the main target takes, right? If it's like, oh, do an extra 300%. Or especially if it's an, oh, unbreakable minus coin on the Awakening, then that means it's actually stronger. Plus the damage buff, then you have an ID where you actually want to lose, and it does more damage, because, you know, it can actually roll higher if, and only if, it's a minus coin. And the reason I'm even open to that idea is because 4th Match Flame Rodion made it so that her Awakening is a minus coin, but it doesn't lose base power on Clash Lose. So it actually gets stronger on Clash Lose, and you just lose a couple of effects. It's more damage on Clash Win? No, because it says Clash Lose, deal more damage to the main target. There are other conditions that it needs to be in, because, like, let me actually load up 4th Match Flame Rodion real quick. It'll be helpful to have an example. And this is the new thing. So, like, actually, yeah, let's do this. So, you know, with, like, other Unbreakable Coin Ego, you got, say, Tears of the Tarnished Blood Hong Lu. It's Corrosion. 4 Unbreakable Coins. And it has minus coins. And it says, base attack, or before attack, -2 base power for every cracked coin, max -8. This is a counterbalance. This is so you don't corrode and try to get the max power specifically by losing. They want you to still win with unbreakable coins on a corrosion when they're minus. That's like something they typically do. So you get punished for losing the clash here. However, if we go to 4th Match Flame Rodion, she has this as well for the clash lose on her corrosion. Like 38 minus 18, you're just gonna automatically lose that, right? That's minus 20. It's minus 20. Because it's base power. It's not that with an unbreakable coin, yeah, this would go to, what is it, minus 1? Or plus 1. I think it's still minus 1 if it's a minus coin. So by default, that would be 37. That's why they have the base power loss, because they don't want to reward you for winning the for losing the corrosion. However, in the Awakening, it's still a minus coin, and it's still unbreakable. So if you flip tails, it's still 38. But if you lose the clash, you don't lose the base power here. You don't lose the base power. So it's basically you either get 38 or 37 instead of 38 or 25. There's a benefit to that. It's not the main feature, but for Uptime 5, you know, or Threadspin 5, it's nice. It's nice. That being said, if we go back into the Ego, based on how the abnormality works in the Railway, when you won the clash, they would do like plus 300%, 4 times the damage ultimately. And if they do something similar here to what they did with Fourth Match Flames Rhodion's Awakening, then this would do some real damage. It's a matter of whether you want to heal or you want to deal damage. It's assuming a lot, and I know that we can only speculate so much. I'm not really gonna rely on a lot. I'm kind of done with making kit review videos for that reason, so this is just for fun. But that is the vision I can see happening here. This feels very reasonable. You lose the burn? You do. It's not the same thing. There is a trade-off. But you don't lose the base power is my point. You still get the Wrath Fragility as well, which means that you can work with that. But you can make the same argument here, like, you lose the healing. You lose the SP healing. Like, it's a trade-off no matter what. It's just that with an abnormality that's themed around Clash Lose, which one is going to be the greater weight? Haha, funny, obligatory, wait until numbers, but I think there's a much more real possibility with this for this eco than with others. Anyway, that's it. But let's say eco be like the Hexnail Envy ones. In what way are you asking that? Because this is a different abnormality, it's just also Pierce and Envy. Doesn't Shadow Vested Corrosion have a similar thing where it punishes you for losing Clash even with unbreakable coins? Yes. That is a trend with unbreakable coins on corrosions with negative coins. That is all the trend. So if it's an Awakening and it's unbreakable and it's negative, you don't lose anything. If it's a corrosion and it's unbreakable and it's positive, you don't lose anything. If it's a corrosion, it's negative, and it's a regular coin, you don't tend to lose anything. But if it's all three, you do tend to lose stuff. That's it, that's it. I'm just sad no Eager Resource conversion. That feels like, I can see that being specific to Otis. But yeah, it's different. Anyway, coin effects. Let's go into that. Very simple. Hit after Clash win. Inflict power down next turn. Very simple, but, you know, it's just like with all the damage buffs. A lot of what happens in Limbus is the sum of a lot of small changes. That's fine. And then, on hit, because the middle loves it, Dawn loves it, inflict bleed. Simple as. I will say the hit after Clash win effect makes me think that you kind of want to win the Clash more. But then again, there's another way we can find out, right? Oh, you know what? You know what's a good idea on how to find this out? Let's go with the trailer. Let's go with the teaser. Yeah. Okay. Project Moon Official. Hold on. We probably won't have to look at it for too long. Let's see. Here. Oh, not my Paradiso. Yes, please. Here. Let's bring up... Let me make sure that you guys can hear the audio. It's either negative coin on Awakening to give a lot of damage when you lose, or it's positive via healing and not punish losing with damage. Correct. We got time, we can go over every single frame. Yeah. If there were ever a time where we did have the time, it'd be today. Let me just go into properties here and get Zayn, baby. Alright, let's see. Alright, what you got? If they have a special Clash Lose effect, they would show it. So this is unopposed. It's a really cool visual. All the visuals for the Ego have gotten so much better over time. 3 attack weight, by the way. I really should have just clocked that earlier. Okay, check the Otis one. I think it also gets a benefit from losing a clash. We'll check that in a sec. Oh wow, they really don't show clash lose here, do they? Okay. This is just simple as then. Also, I think it's cool that she actually wears the Will You Play Puppet. Also, hello, Soup Claire. I'm very excited to see if you're better now. I'm gonna lock him in a hot car. Anyway. So, sure, whatever. Firefist Gregor's Scream, maybe. It's still fun to hear that with Dawn, too. Let's see, what else do I want to throw up? Let's change themes real quick. How's about... Wrong theme. This'll do. Please remember that better is a relative term. Yes, indeed it is. But if I pull up... Because someone mentioned it, and I do not mind going on tangents for the hell of it here. If we look into... I'll go for Scissors Otis. Yeah, the Clash win was where you would convert... Ego resources, wasn't it? And honestly, getting 6 was juicy, man. That felt good. Anyway, Final Power -4, gain shield equal to Envy Resin times 5. If I had to guess, this was made before they made the Abno gimmick. And then Needle, I know we're going to be inflicting this. I don't know. I think that there is a lot of room for this to still be something that rewards Clash lose. I don't know. It's something that I think is going to be very fun to see. But now let's take a look at the Corrosion. Let's see that sucker, yeah. Let's see that sucker now. And also open up the notepad. Alright. Also, I also recognize that I have 3 attack weight. I have not addressed the passive. We're gonna save that for last. Would there be lifetimes 2 upskill predictions? Not that I can see. I mean, if I pause this, we could just see if there's greater attack weight. But it looks like that's still the same. Screw it, why not? Let's see, let's just see. I don't think we can tell much. I don't think the attack weight's changed at all. Because this should still be 3, right? Yeah, it's still 3. I deadass think they just reused the animations. I love this one too, by the way. This is one of my favorite Dawn Ego, visually speaking. I really want to fight Basilisuke, if we even get the chance. Oh, the dripping is nice, man. Even if they're just additional effects and some, like... what's the word? Heat blur. Yeah, I don't think much has changed. And then we've got the abusive family number 5. A little bit of Lucio in my life. No, I don't think we can predict much from that, unfortunately. Anyway, lifetime Ego would be fire, pun intended. Okay, but imagine you got, like, Chemi and you got corroded by it. I think that would both be sad and delicious. If I was stuck on an island and I had to force someone to wear an Ego, I'd probably force them into that one. Anyway, Corrosion Zain. We've got 3 attack weight. Oh, right. 3 attack weight. Oh, also, it's not Slash. I'm a dumbass. It's Pierce. Pierce. There we go. Is the Valentina announcer just Valentina screaming at Lucio? No, Lucio follows orders too. Don't worry about it. 3 UB. Pierce. 3 attack weight. I feel like these two... I wouldn't want to experience Valentina trying to teach Lucio how to drive if that were to ever come to pass. She wouldn't even have a brake. She would just cut the steering wheel in half, I'm sure. You have an entire TLC of Egos, so you'd make them eat. It was a whole stream. Yeah, but that's different from Ego Gear. That's different from saying, oh, if you could corrode, I think you would do great by turning into soup. I don't think having the horse chicken wing man Ego would work too well, because that's difficult. Beer bottle shatter ass effects on Clash Lose. Correct. Alright, let's see. Then we've got indiscriminate. Sure. Targets randomly. Something so funny that Lucio's form was straight up wrong, so outside of the abuse, Valentina's criticisms were valid. I mean, yeah, Project Moon likes to keep things complicated for us. I appreciate that they don't like to make things like, you know, as they said in Kanto 5, just black or white. Gain final power based on X Envy resin. Actually, show of hands, everyone. Because I'm very curious about the answer, and I may give you my answer after this. While I'm going through this, what's the least important association? One association has to die. Which one is the best to get rid of? Which one is the most expendable? Let's see. On Clash Win. Deal more damage to the main target. Deal more damage to the main target. And then Clash Lose. Gain shield equal to Envy Resin times X. Alright, Clash Lose. This inflicts more power down. There seems to be like a benefit either way. Interesting. And then coin effects. On the third coin, on hit, I'll scroll down for this one. 8? I can see the reason behind 8. On hit, inflict power down next turn, and inflict bleed. I'm seeing a lot of people saying the She Association. I mean, like, how much of this is based on the IDs in Limbus? I guess I did say, like, what association would go down, and that could easily be interpreted into IDs. That's a good point. Because, yeah, I know, like, Faust was a disappointment to a lot of folks. I can understand that. Personally, I'm more partial to the Sank. I'm more partial to the Sank going away. We don't need the Hana Association Trust. I mean, TBD. I'm willing to know more about that. Lore and gameplay? I see. Let's see. Sank West can go? So it's just one fraction of it. I see. She used to be so beacon LOR? Oh, I know. It's kind of like how I feel the Zwei were treated in LOR versus Limbus, and she's getting the reverse of it. The Zwei were treated like jobbers in LOR, but they're getting a little bit more respect with the West Zwei in Limbus. Like, that's closer to their true power, I feel. Happy 5 a.m. Hey, Apollo. Happy 5 a.m. How you doing, dog? So far, by the way, this Dawn so far looks like it rewards you both for winning and losing clashes. So it honestly feels like a solid Zayn to just throw out there. Deviat since to the corner. I'm so tired, Twin. Dude, I heard a little bit, like, based on what you were saying about Ish. I hope you're able to get some rest, dude. I'm surprised you're up at 5, frankly. Dude. If you want to talk after stream, feel free, but I hope you're taking care of yourself, dog. Specifically the West, only them? That's where their headquarters is! Why the Sank? Anyway, it's time to swallow the needle. 'Tis thy turn to swallow the needle. Alright, this is where we might make it or break it. Or honestly just make it, because I think it's a Zayn. It's gonna make it or break it purely based on the statuses that she is weak and strong to. Don's kind of guy to be happy when she wins or loses the game. Yeah, she is. Alright, Envy's skills deal more damage. I mean, that settles it, doesn't it? That settles it, doesn't it? Alright, cool. Said skills deal even more damage for every X Envy resin. Okay, so that's why they use the theme, easily. Does defense count as skill? Yes. So does ego. It's just not base skill. It's just Envy's skill. Turn start. Gain offense. Level up. Equal to cumulative HP damage taken by this unit. Let me just scroll down here. Taken by this unit in this encounter, including shield damage divided by X. Okay, and then the final one, combat start on NVA resin, inflict needle to all enemies. And I'm not gonna add the other clause. This is literally just middle upscale. Yeah, no, this feels like middle upscale. You're giving them needle. No. This is for the middle. Oh my god. Oh. Queen of Hatred about to be a nuke? I wouldn't go that far. It's probably gonna be like 10%. I would say anywhere from 3 to 10% is what we should expect from that, because Limbus does not like to do like one big buff when it comes to these passives. They like to do a lot of small ones together, which makes a lot of sense. Anyway, little sister only, by the way. Yeah. Let's see. And then needle, custom effects. I know we've already had this one before, but I'll type it anyway. Needle, unique bleed when when taking NV damage, gain bleed count and reduce. Wait. My brain is working. Excuse me. Gain bleed count and reduce this effect stack. Turn end. Gain bleed and reduce this effect's stack. Okay, this isn't a full problem solver, and it's not even like there's a problem to be solved. The thing about the middle is that they're kind of bad at generating bleed stacks. They're just bad. Okay, Rowdy, you've already seen it. If I seem to be absent for these last few days, glad to see you're back. I am on a sabbatical, basically. I'll talk more about that in a second. But the middle's been about bleed potency and seldom about bleed count. Finally, bleed and healing on my middle units? Yeah, I mean, you know, Dawn's base ego already had that for sure. Inflict needle on all enemies. Yes. So, this is going to be a very nice way, just through a passive. You don't need to use the ego once, which is so disgusting and I love it, where you can inflict more bleed count. I'm gonna assume it's just gonna be 1 needle. If it's 2, that's gonna be a lot more than we would normally get from a passive, but that's still gonna be nice. Find a middle member that cares about more than make them bleed more. Yeah. This just makes it easier. This just makes it easier to stick bleed onto enemies. Correct. I would say this makes it easier for bleed to stick around a little longer. It's not gonna stick around much, but there are the embers of a foundation to get bleed to stick around. I don't see much else to go over with this ego, so I guess we'll just get to the vision, yeah, right? Yeah? Let's throw that up now. The vision. Not vision board. Vision board comes next. The vision. Oh, actually, before I can even do that, I need to check one final thing. And that is simple ego, but good ego. Yeah. That is La Sangre de Sancho. So this is still a healing ego. If the target is bleed, heal 3 HP. Like, if you want to bleed, this is still a good ego for the middle, for Dawn. Because you will still likely be attacking the enemy while they have bleed. So this is fine. It's just extremely simple. That being said, this is definitely more middle flavor. This is a grape-flavored ego. Like, because it's more offensively driven towards the middle. It's based on damage taken and damage given. So it's hard to not say, like, hey, if you're running a middle team, absolutely run this. So that's what I'm going to put this down as. The important ego passive to activate, yes. My only question is going to be, what is she going to be weak to, sin-wise? Because that's what the Zayin decides. This ego is very much suited to be played with Envy, Res, plus the middle. Scissors Abno is invited to the middle cookout. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Let's see. Isn't there another ego or ID that's invited to the middle cookout? Oh, you know what? I'd say ADD Gregor's invited to the middle cookout. Maybe Song too. We'll see. We'll see. Lamp Gregor? Nah. ADD Gregor is better for that one. Better suited for that. For Envy Res plus middle. Hexnail? True. I guess that's... Yeah. I guess a lot of Hexnail, especially Faust's. But Faust doesn't really have that Envy setup there. Yeah. Oh, so you were one of the fam. Yeah. It's Lamp Gregor because he's always last in turn. Does he have an Envy skill, though? I'm not even going to pull up Limbus for this. I'm just going to check. No. No, he does not. What are we doing, mans? That's like the one thing you gotta have. Let's see. Anyway, it's very much due to Envy Res. The attack effects on both moves are nice, but honestly, the heal appears to be more relevant with a middle team. Because, well, I don't know. If the ego is able to not lose... If the ego is a minus coin awakening, then the clash lose effect becomes more viable. And I'm not going to factor that into the, maybe I will factor that into the vision board. We'll see. You don't need an envy skill in him if it'll go last every turn. Actually, wait. No, you make a great point. I see your vision. I see what you're getting at. Because, yeah, he'll just be slow and everyone else can just get the 6 A-res. Wait, you're so right. Scissors, Dawn, and Kira playing together? I ought to kill you. Nah, that's good shit. Clash lose effect becomes more viable. The corrosion doesn't appear to be as relevant and more useful and more just have use when getting it on accident. Let me double check that before I end up talking out of my ass. Gain final power for every X Envy resin, sure. Deal more damage on the main target, gain shield, the skill inflicts more power down. Actually, wait, this thing does not lose base power on Clash Lose. But it deals more damage on Clash Win. I don't know, too early to tell. Too early to tell, methinks. But still, corrosion usually doesn't factor in. The bleed count benefit of Needle is nice, but more relevant with Blood Fiends than... you also, guys, you can't see this, can you? Yeah, there we go. More relevant with Blood Fiends than Middle. Also, is anyone else kind of wilded out by the fact that the Middle is more viable than Blood Fiends now? Like, I know they were very thematic from 2 seasons ago, and we have, like, half of the new Middle coming from after they were released, but still, man. What's your favorite Syndicate finger? I gotta go with the Index. I just think they're the most fascinating out of all of them. I've been wanting to pull the trigger on an Index video for a while, but I've had production issues that have made that difficult. Well, production issues, it's more hangups. It's my problems. It's not... I'll talk about that in a sec. But the offense level up equal to HP damage taken by the unit in this encounter. The combination of the healing... I don't know why I capitalized that. Healing, Envy Res, and offense level up. Offense level up buffs with the damage means this is great with the Middle. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say with that. Okay. Do we want a vision board for this? It feels pretty self-explanatory. Screw it, tradition, right? Screw it, tradition. We can just do that. Alright. Let's go. Didn't Pickle Bloom make a whole, like, stop taking things away from me video about Dawn? This kind of fits. This kind of fits with the way she's clutching that. little plushie. Also, expect a pretty decent-sized stream this weekend. We got a very special event with 16 creators going on, and I'm excited. Layer, scale layer. We'll just get this up to 600. Yeah. Oh, you guys can't see this yet. Right. Let me gimp this sucker. Gimp. There you are. Remove the notepad. That's it. Kind of wish these meta updates would include previously the changes that the Uptype 5s introduce. I wish they would too, man. I think that'd be really cool. Honestly, it's kind of... I was already decided on this beforehand, but it's kind of fed into the reason I want to move away more from kit reviews. It's just feeling like Project Moon is leaning less and less into a style that allows that to be done to the level of quality I would like to. And it feels like having to work around it a lot more, and I just don't really want to do that. Always remember the chicken nuggets. Am I on chicken nugget model? I don't think I am. Save as... this is... not Middle Dawn. May as well be, but... Will you play Dawn Ego? Why not Elder Sister Roja? Like Great Sister Roja? I could fuck with that. I think the reason Roja does not have a middle ID yet is because they're waiting for, like, you know, her second go round. We're waiting for the Roja go round to make its next lap. Okay, wait, I've had this dumb idea, and I really want to see what you guys think about it. I kind of like the idea of the Purgatorio Cantos that the Sinners have to be just called the Sinner Go-Rounds. So if we end up having, like, the second Smoke War happen in Canto 13, or 14 if you're a Dante Canto believer, we could just call that the Gregor Go-Round, and it's just him dealing with war again. I don't know. I like that name. Alright. Do we even want to do phases for this? I would say, like... Here. BME, big middle energy. Here we go, another lap. Yeah, exactly. Okay, what if it was purple, though? Purple, bright purple, basically pink after a certain point. There we go. Get this shite underway. Select by color. I think some white text would go well. I don't even know if I need to... like, make a whole chart. Select none. Yeah. Because I don't think you work with this one in phases like I normally do with kit reviews. I think with this one you would just, like... You know, I can rig some faces up. Yeah. Phases. Phase 1. Use the ego. Middle Faust, more like Mid Faust. Roja does have history with the middle killing your town, so tax collector Great Sister Roja would be a great bad entity. That's what I'm saying! That's what I mean! She never really got a bad end ID, despite every other sinner that's had their Kanto have it. She got an ego. She got Rhyme Shank, but that's almost like her saying, yeah, I earned this. That's almost like her saying she manifested ego when she in no way did. Phase 1, use it. With Middle Dawn, or, QOH Dawn if you're... if you're unwell. This is a very serious review. Also, the Garden of Thorns Volve on Greg give a res buff to. That's true. That is a good res buff. And then phase 2. Phase 2. Allow the middle to do their thing. Phase 2. Yeah. Let the middle do their thing with Dawn getting hit, heal, keep up envy, res, and damage count for offense level. And now I'll just fix the text on that. Yeah, there really isn't much to show with this. It's very simple. This isn't much to show because it's bad. It's like there's not much to show because it's simple. I like it. I think it is a good ego. You don't need to have a lot of text when the baseline that is here is just solid. Okay. I think that's all. I think that's all it's gotta be. I think that's all it's gotta be. Phase 3, use it only for healing? I think that's phase 2. I don't even think you need a phase 3 for that. I think that's just where you're at. How many vision boards has Frey made? At least a dozen, maybe 2 dozen. I'd be surprised if it's more than 2 dozen, but it's possible. I don't know. Again, I want to move away from this. And anyways, we'll talk about that now. No, before I do that, let's just get some envy sprinkles over here for flavor. Do we have anything else you want to discuss with this ego? I don't think we need to address the Clash Win, Clash Lose stuff. I think that we are all set on that. I think everything is pretty self-explanatory here. I'll just export this for the hell of it. And that'll be it there. And I don't really have, like, a huge announcement to give. Just, like, topic over. Is this our smallest ego height-wise? You mean, like, is Dawn the shortest she has ever been? Or, like, the smallest amount of information? As far as Season 7 egos go, I think it's the one with the least amount of information, for sure. Can you turn the corkboard purple? Yes, actually. I think I can. Colors. Hue. Saturation. Wait, what if it was purple? What if it was purple? There we go. It's purple now. There we go. There we go. There we go. Who is the smallest Abno? Depending on how you define Abno, it might be Fey Lantern, because just a fairy. Heals this piece. You really want to use it quickly for that sweet +1 bleed count every turn? I guess, but you still have to get the ego resources. Like, it's a Zayn. That's not going to be hard. But I'd say, like, this is at least a 2-turner. Like, this is at least you wait until turn 2, maybe turn 3. We'll say use it early. Use it early with Middle Dawn. Yeah. She carries bleed count. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. She contributes to bleed count. Just because I'm willing to bring, like, 2 bags of groceries in does not mean I'm carrying the entire load. Smallest Abno is megahertz? If you're basing it off of mass, maybe. Then you gotta ask, is dimensional refraction variant it? Just realized it don't lose with the ego, that'll generate middle grudge. Yeah, you're getting the vision. You're getting the vision there. Yeah. They're messing with coin polarity, so this might be a minus Clash loser. That's what I'm saying. I think you got here later, Zuli, which is fine, but I think you usually have, like, some insightful stuff to say. So yeah, we were talking about that a bit earlier, because it's kind of like the Uptype 5 on Rocha's 4th match flame. Anyway, so yeah, I guess just to talk about stuff here, I'm kind of on a sabbatical right now. Kind of been on one for a few months, or arguably this year. I've noticed that no new no new essays, or at least what I'd consider lore essays, have come out yet this year. That's just because I've been dissatisfied with how they've been, and I wanted to add something with a bit of spice to it. And I've been tinkering with that. It's just that now I'm at a point where I need to actually release something, and there is a small test project in the works for it. But I'm gonna be patient. I was kind of dividing my time by letting kit reviews carry the channel for a while, but that was always meant to be like a side thing and never the main thing. And once that became like the main thing the channel became known for, I was like, ooh, I don't like that. And that's a part of why I'm cutting them out. And it also got in the way of making the essays, so that was a pretty clear sign on why that should go. Perfect to be the enemy of great? It do be, yes. But it's also like finding the line, right? Because something changed from last year that I don't want to talk about yet, where getting the same kind of effect just isn't quite as possible as it once was, and I'm making a replacement. But I'm hoping to have a few more videos out this month. My guess is 3, because we have a backlog, and I'm hoping to get a lot of answers on something even today, as soon as today. We'll see. I don't want to talk about it, because talking about it means that you get the same rush of dopamine as if you actually did the thing, and I don't want to lose motivation to do the thing. So that's about it. I do miss my essays. I know, Kirby-Yosh. Dude, oh, you're a patron, actually, so I want to tell you this. You're, like, the patron. I've been holding off on giving you guys updates for exactly this reason. If I tell you guys stuff, then it gives me the same satisfaction as if I actually did it. And while that's not the main detail, it's like, I actually, you know, there is one other thing I should talk about. Every time it feels like I'm out of state to explain what's going on, something else happens. So, like, I can give 2 examples of this that are great for it. We're gonna go a little bit breaking kayfabe here, so if you're just here for the ego, this is your stop. Please, you don't have to worry, I'm fine if you leave here. If you want to know more about behind-the-scenes stuff, that's fine. Patience is a virtue. That's very true. Especially recent debacle. I appreciate that. I always fight with variety content, in this case, more stuff doing this franchise. True. Talking shop, yeah. Here's where it's been at. In early June, and I'm not gonna stay on the topic much. In early June, I wanted to make an update video for like the past 17 months, because it has been kind of been one thing after another in that time. But then another one thing after another happened in June, so that was just the latest in the dominoes, as far as I'm concerned. And then, yeah, the sabbatical, I took basically a full-on vacation for 2 weeks after that ended. That was the rest of my July. Now it's like sabbatical, not for the purpose of relaxing, but for the purpose of making sure my shit is together. That's a little too harsh, even. Just making sure that projects are going in a way that I am happy with and can sustainably do. And I was thinking, oh yeah, let's just make the update video now that things have calmed down. So I found, like, a week after that other video from July went up, that there's mold in my house, and we're breaking our lease to move out. And I want to be clear, I'm fine. Everyone in the house is fine. No one is in danger. We've been managing it. We've been dealing with it. But it's like, oh boy, she's Pierce, I fear. Oh, yeah. And again, this is like latest in the dominoes. It's fine. I've been very hesitant to talk about what's been going on because I don't want to lean into a woe is me attitude. Because things are actually not so dire. They're not. They're just very manageable. It's definitely something. As long as it's not black mold, nah, I don't believe so. But we're gonna be, I was originally planning to move out of here and move cross country in like next March, for more stable housing because I know that this is kind of the best housing deal I've ever had, and I'm not ready to really change that anytime soon. It's more like the rent is just good. We got here before a lot of rent hikes went up. And I've just been preparing the whole time for like, yep, save up to move. But now that's gonna be moved up a bit. So I'm accounting for that now. And it's like, at least there's August to get video stuff in order. That's the idea. That's the attitude. Our next door neighbor had that happen to them. We had to check our walls, just make sure that stuff is nasty. Yeah, and the landlord's not really great about it. But that's kind of where I'm at, where I'm kind of tired of breaking kayfabe. So I'm saying nothing until stuff calms down. But a part of getting things calmed down is like me putting the effort in. Me putting the effort in to make sure stuff goes well. And it's not that I haven't been putting the effort in. It's like the effort has been going into just keeping the wheels chugging along with like kit reviews, with like just handling stuff that comes up related content or otherwise, and with streams. Oh, that does actually bring up one other thing though. You might have noticed that a lot more of the stuff that's been going on is stream related, like content-wise, and more like stream highlights. I've been having more fun with that. I've been coming up with more stream ideas, and one thing that is going to come up later this week is actually a really fun idea that I've wanted to pull the trigger on. I'll just say, it's the latest version of putting horse race tests into Limbus. But I think for a long time I've been wanting to move the channel over to be doing gaming challenge highlights. Not instead of, but in addition to lore. And whenever I eventually finish up with lore, whenever that is, which I still want to do a lot more of, it would fully lean into that. So it's like a dual purpose. It's just production, which is planning, budgeting, making sure everyone's on time. I've been very happy to make sure that my editor is still paid through all this. That's been a big comfort. We've had a setup that allows that. We haven't noticed the senators will smack in the teeth making you work harder. That's true. Do you have a Patreon or anything we can go to? I mean, yes, I do have a Patreon. I want to save shilling for that until, like... hold on, let me just throw live streaming up to see if I've got that in the, in the description. But yes, I do. I don't know if it's in there. Okay, it's not. It should be in videos. I'll probably just add that to the description in the post-VOD work. I won't do it now, but that's very kind of you to say. I don't want to make that the whole focus. But I will show when the time is right. I mean, I'm definitely going to be doing sponsored videos. I'm definitely taking the sponsored videos. I'm getting that bag, because that is a very good bag. It's very helpful. Moving house, share your Patreon. I might do a subathon. I deadass might do a subathon in, like, October. After Kanto 10 is done. And I might use that just to chill. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry. Does check out. I remember dealing with mold back in college, which was fun for degree work, but a pain in the ass once in your apartment. Yeah. Either way, there's a lot more stuff I'm planning. My hope is that after the next 2 weeks, which actually 2 weeks from now is my birthday. Fuck. Holy shit. After the next 2 weeks, I have the system on lock. Well, not on lock, but like enough to say, okay, I have another video under the belt with this new thing. I know what does and doesn't work about this new thing. Now we can move on by, instead of reinventing the wheel, tweaking this new thing. That is the hope. And I really want to get a lot of answers on that today. Bring money at first. Spare in October. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? It's very sweet of y'all. I really appreciate that. Either way, I want to make sure I'm giving you guys good stuff too. That just gives me satisfaction as much as it gives y'all something good. And before I go, I just want you to consider. This is gonna be like the last. I'm gonna end stream right after this, so be ready. Be ready. Also, link to the Discord in the description, if you want to go there. I think the Sank, more than any other association, would benefit from having an Uber-like app. Anyway, take care. Thanks for hanging out. Look forward to the ego. Maybe we'll do another stream before the big one comes up. Bye! Hello, Cairo. Goodbye, Cairo.